Hey, Sunshine. This is Pam with Temples Creek Homestead and more. Guys, we are still continuing our episodes for the new series that I created. This is a part of the series Stories of Perseverance and Resilience. Guys, we're going to be talking about my personal journey and how I overcame challenges. It's kind of personal, and we never know what people are going through. You know, just because somebody smiles on the outside, it could be damaged or in pain on the inside. So you never know what someone is going through, and it doesn't hurt to ask. How are you feeling? Is there anything you need to talk about? What's going on in your life? It might sound like you're being nosy, but sometimes being nosy can help. So, um, many of you know I shared this once before on my previous lives that suicide is real. Unaliving yourself is real. Nobody knows what you're going through unless you open your mouth and talk to them. And I'm the type of person that I will hold stuff in and I wouldn't share it. I wouldn't talk to nobody because I felt like I wasn't being loved. Did nobody really care about me? It didn't matter if I left this world because I felt like nobody really cared about me. So 2020, day after my birthday, I slit both of my wrists. And I have a reminder on both of my wrists of that day. So these scars will never go away. I was the type of person that I used to say, oh, I would never do that. People who do that, I just don't understand. I would never do that. Well, sometimes you could be made out of to be a liar. And I did that. All because of a man. I did any and everything for this particular person. And no matter what I did, I was made to feel less than dirt. He cheated. He lied. He made every woman that he was with think that it was me, that I was holding him there. But in reality, he was a narcissist. That was his MO. He preyed on women. He was the type of person, if he didn't get what he wanted, he went back to his mom's house. And his mom allowed him to do that. 50 something years old, not a kid, not a young man, 1 foot halfway in the ground, that old. And he would make it feel, every time you would bring up something, he would make it feel like it was your fault. So my breaking point was one day he was at work and I was at the house doing some stuff at the house, and he texted me and asked me, what is it that I want to do for my birthday? And I told him, the old saying, when you go looking for stuff, you find it. Well, when he got home, his phone just kept ringing and beeping and ringing and beeping. And I was like, dang, dude, why can't you just turn your phone off or put it on silent or whatever? Well, come to find out, he had messaged somebody he worked at. I thought he was at work that day. Come to find out, he was with a female that day, making it seem like he was at work. So that was my breaking point. And that night, I tried to unalive myself. When I went to the hospital, I had strictly told him not to tell my kids what happened. But when I got to the hospital, me slitting my wrist was not as painful as them sticking the needles in my arms and sewing them back together. With every stitch, I screamed. And that God's way of punishing you, His punishment is worse than anything that you can do to yourself. No matter the numbing stuff that they put in my wrist, it didn't work. He made sure I felt every stitch. Every stitch. And I kept asking myself over and over again, why would you let a human being get you down to your lowest? Guys, everybody goes through things. Like everybody literally goes through something. Your story might not be my story, but everybody is going through things. And a lot of people are dealing with it in their own way. When I did it, I was at a breaking point to the point that I had to leave Memphis. I had to get away from Memphis. So this is the reason why, one of the reasons why I moved to Indiana, to get away from Memphis, to get away from him, to start over. But guess what, guys? No matter where you go, that situation follows you. The pain follows you. The memories follow you. True enough, I left Memphis, but my scars came with me. The damage that I have done to myself came with me. Guys, no matter what you're going through, if you feel like you're stuck and at your wit's end, seek help. Talk to someone. I couldn't talk to my family. I couldn't talk to anyone in my family, not even my mother, because everything that I do, I was looked down upon. Nobody lifted me up. Nobody wanted to know if I was okay. As long as I was down, I feel people was always happy. When I lose things, I think everybody is happy around me. Like they're glad I'm at my lowest. So when I moved here to Indiana and I came to be a part of this community that they call themselves Lie to Me No More, which they lied all the time. We found out that it was a lie. It was a part of a cult. And I was stuck. I had nowhere else to go. So I just made the best of it. I was stressed. I was depressed, amongst other things. But I knew I had to go to work. I knew that my bills had to be paid. Nobody wasn't taking care of me but me. I'm single. Been single since 2020. I have not tried to date anybody. I'm not interested in dating anyone. You know, it's the way that we're living now and the things that's going on in the world today. I'm choosing me. I'm choosing me. So, guys, you're not alone in feeling this way. There's millions of people who feel like they can't catch their breath, that nobody loves them. And I'm here to tell you, love yourself. As long as you know the Most High God loves you, love yourself. Do not wait on people for validation, because you might not never get it. You might not get what you put out. You can put your all out to other people, but they might not get that to you in return. So my breaking point was trying to people please, trying to do everything for a man, trying to be everything that person wanted me to be. And at the end, I was left stuck. I was left hurt and broken. I moved from one situation to another situation, which was in Indiana. Got tied up with people that were using folks and lying to people because of their beliefs. I'm not a Christian. I grew up Baptist with my grandmother. But as I got older and when my grandfather passed, things changed for me. I stopped believing in a lot of things. I stopped celebrating a lot of things, especially man-made things. Um, but at some point, when you feel like you about to break, that's the time that you need to get some help. My personal journey is not your personal journey. How I overcome challenges, it's not how you're going to overcome challenges. But I bet you, and I guaranteed you, some of the things that we're going through are similar. They feel familiar. And the turning point, what helped me hold on? The Most High. My granddaughter, Mackenzie, is with me. My daughter, my other grandkids. I have two more daughters that's in Memphis and grandkids there, so I talk to them occasionally. And I have a couple of people that I know that generally care about me, and I talk to them. So, fathers, did I go to therapy? I never went to therapy. I'm working on that. That's something that I need to go through. And it's amazing that an outsider that don't know anything about you can literally pinpoint what's actually wrong. So guys, don't be afraid to talk to someone. If you're not ready to go to therapy right now, hey, don't feel bad. You know, start a journal. If you can't open your mouth and talk, just start writing. Write you a journal. When you're writing, or go back and read what you wrote aloud, that gets your mind thinking about the things that you want to say. And when I found out I had moved from one situation up here to Indiana to be a part of another situation, God sends warnings before destruction. Things had started happening, people had started talking, and I literally sat in the last class that these people had for 3 hours listening to this woman spill a whole bunch of lies. And I was woken. I completely woke up. I went home. I called another person that was a part of the group because they didn't show up that night. And I was questioning it. Like, what's going on? After I finished talking to her, I told my daughter, because my daughter here was a part of it as well. I'm good. I'm done. I'm not following no man on this proper dirt that says they're giving me a word that says, "Thus said the Lord." That's just how I felt at that moment. Was I wrong? Yes, because God sends messengers all the time. You never know who's going to bring you something, who's going to tell you something. So I just have to build my faith up and trust that whatever is coming my way, God knows best. He does. So I had to shift my mindset and start focusing on my goals and my dreams, not the past. What I did in 2020 is the past. I had to let that go. My scars is just a reminder that God has something better for me, and it wasn't my time. So I'm going to make the most of what I'm trying to do with my personal journey, and that's self-care and self-love. So since then, I lost my house, job, and car. Had to move in with my daughter. And it's been the hardest 2 years since I've been living here because I'm so used to being in my own spot. I pray every day that I can get me somewhere because I most definitely want to grow my own food. raise my own livestock, grow my own herbs. These are some of the goals and dreams that I want. So I can't keep holding on to the past of what I should have did or if I could have did it different. It's done. You know, I'm a better person for it because it was then, and I'm looking for now and what's to come. So what keeps me going today is I've been surrounding myself with positive people, the garden community, the crafting community, the herbal community, people that's in generally just positive. I've just been surrounding myself with those type of people. Don't get me wrong, I have bad days. We all do. But I don't let my bad days outweigh my good days. Because every day that the Most High wakes me up, it's His grace and His mercy. And it's another chance to try to do something right. So, guys, I truly hope this series can help you to let you know that you're not alone in this. You're not. You're never alone. It might feel like it, but guess what? Somebody is worse off than you. You could be in a worse situation than what you are in. And stay encouraged. You know, I downloaded an app on my phone that sends me motivation quotes every day. That helps me. It might help you. If it don't, find something else that you can have send your way that will help you. Put sticky notes around, encouraging affirmations. You know, if listening to other motivations on YouTube or TikTok or whatever it is that you listen to, if that's something that you do, please do. If you can see the pictures behind me, drawing is my passion. And when I'm drawing, I'm in the zone. I don't think about anything but what I'm drawing. If I'm knitting with my plastic canvases, I don't think about anything but what I'm making. So find you something that can occupy your mind instead of what's going on in your life will help you out. It can be therapeutic. Cooking is therapeutic for me. I don't do a lot because I'm not in my own space. But when I do cook in here, I'm grinning left and right. I'm in my own zone. If reading books help you, if going outside walking at the park helps you, do that. Just know that you can overcome any situation that's put in front of you. God says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I hope it helps someone stay focused. And I will see y'all in the next episode. Bye.